Check 1 2. Check 1 2. All right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back. I guess I have some explaining to do. I've not been here in a while. So first, let me say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I hope everyone had a very merry one. Mine was exceedingly warm this year. I did not enjoy that in the slightest bit. Yeah, it feels like spring right now. Felt like it then, feels like it now. I don't really enjoy it. I prefer winter being cold, but I have no control over that. So I had fully intended on doing my Christmas Eve ROM hack special, like I always do every year. Problem with that was my son is now 5 and is very excited for the coming of Santa Claus, and it didn't quite click to me because it hadn't been an issue up till now, but I was not able to sit in the living room and stream with my normal setup and not, risk the idea of if Daddy's still up, Santa hasn't come, but Daddy's been up for a long time, so why hasn't Santa come yet? Like that kind of didn't really want to ruin the mystique of it all, so skipped it, and I had family come in the next week, and just been busy up till now. That said, though, we're in the new year, and last year's particularly pretty rough for me. Me and my wife, we've been trying to work on a third kid, but it just didn't happen, and that's not been very fun. So that's been rough on us, and I have been hoping to have some good and bad news to share on Christmas Eve, but that didn't pan out, so that's unfortunate. We're gonna keep trying for a couple more months, but if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But that leads us into 2026. The unfortunate news that I was going to share is that if a third kid was on the way, that was pretty much going to eat away the last of my free time I have available. And I was basically going to announce within like a month of the kid coming, I would probably just do a finale of the channel, and that would be that. You know, no more streams, not for a long time, or maybe like 10 years or so, and we don't even know if the internet's going to be there at that point. You know, so I was just going to say this was going to be the last year for streaming, or for, you know, anything, I guess, because I don't know. And I'm on the fence about whether or not I can keep going. And it's not one of those doom and gloom. I can't fucking buy my pumpkin spice caramel macchiato with YouTube money, so I'm gonna quit and I'm gonna throw a tantrum. It's not that shit. There's never been a delusion that I'm gonna make a fucking dime off this shit. It's not gonna happen. All right, been at it 8 years. It's just not gonna happen. But it's more or less kind of coming from a point of not creative stagnation, but just like floundering. I guess I don't really know what I want to do anymore, to put it frankly. I like streaming. You know, it's better with a few people here to talk to, but I enjoy streaming, and I enjoy engaging with people who find my stuff. Shorts, for a while, there seemed to be the solution to my problems. You know, it was a way for some more engagement. It was a way to show like these little snippet videos, because prior to when I was still doing my long form editing on my computer, I would make little, you know, like 60-second less things, and I'd throw them out there, and, you know, people would kind of eat them. This was long before shorts. And so when I finally, Sora finally helped me figure out how to make shorts, you know, I was happy. I had a source. But now it seems like YouTube has taken to the point of forcing shorts onto everyone, and people are now actively and aggressively removing them from their lists. So I don't want to make something that people aren't going to enjoy. You know, I don't want to make something people are going to find unpleasant. You know, even if like I consider it some of my better stuff, if the format's wrong, I don't really want to do it. Which means I'd have to go back to making short form videos, which, while very enjoyable, and I've definitely enjoyed when those come out well, it takes editing software I don't have space for. It takes time that I don't have. And typically, even then, like, the shorts were getting a lot of engagement, more so than anything else I was making. Like the fucking Kingdom Hearts 2 penis gag video. As a short, like just a video, it got like, what, 300 views. As a fucking short, it got like 10 times that, you know? So it's just like, there's not necessarily, again, I'm not looking for a payout, but I'm also trying to justify what I'm spending my time doing, because I don't have a lot of time anymore. Like, that's the biggest issue for me. It's just there's no time to do things. So then it kind of became, okay, if I'm going to do editing videos, how am I going to make them? What do they need to look like? And it's more or less, I just don't really have a good idea of that. You know, I don't really know what I want my videos to look like. Of course, I want them to look clean and professional and the best quality I could put out there for someone to watch. But people already do that, and I don't, like the way the things that people make the videos now, I don't really want to do that. You know, I don't want to be another one of those. I love General Sam, but standing in front of a green screen with a microphone and pointing at a fucking game footage or a clip of a game like it's the fucking weather, that's just not me. You know, I'm not gonna do that shit. So it's just kind of come to a point where it's like, not only is the internet falling apart because of AI, we're gonna entering this like digital gray goo period, or phenomenon. Not only is it harder and harder to find any engagement with anyone, it's just, I don't even know what I would want to show up. Like, I don't know.